Have you ever been to some place several times and feel still want to go? Yes, I do. The place that attracts me so much is the Forbidden City. Lying in the center of Beijing, located right behind the Tiananmen Square, is the Forbidden City. Surrounded by its 10 meters high south, north, west, east walls, the Forbidden City has a rectangular shape. It covers about 74 hectares, and it is the largest palace complex in the world. Now, let's step into this splendid architecture by taking a look at its history, design, and culture. First, the history of the Forbidden City is so complicated that some of them are still kept as mysteries to us. The construction began in Ming Dynasty around the year 1407. At that time, China was under control of the Emperor Yongle, who was the third emperor in Ming Dynasty. From the book, we know that hundreds of artists and more than 1 million of the workers from all over the country joined into this huge construction. And the whole construction took them about 14 years to complete. By the end of the Ming Dynasty, the Forbidden City suffered from a fire because of the peasants' uprising, and part of it had been destroyed. Then it came to the Qing Dynasty. The emperors from the Qing Dynasty had kept living in it, and they kept remodeling the Forbidden City. A total number of 24 emperors from both Ming and Qing Dynasty had been living and ruling the country in it until the Qing Dynasty collapsed in the year of 1911. Now, I have introduced the history of the Forbidden City. Let's take a look at the design of it. The designer was named Kuai Xiang, and he came from Suzhou, which is my hometown. The Forbidden City can be divided into two sections. The outer court, where it's located in the south, was known as the emperor's office, where the emperor took control of the country and the emperor met people from all over the world. The inner court, which is located in the north, was the palace where the emperor and his royal families lived in. In the Forbidden City, there are total 6 great halls, located along the central north to south axis, with many comparatively small buildings set on each side. There are totally more than 9,000 rooms in the Forbidden City. What does that mean? That means more than 1/3 of the NIU students can each have a room in the Forbidden City if they're allowed to do so. Then, let's take a look at the design of the Forbidden City. It's not difficult to say that the design of the Forbidden City represents and reflects a large amount of the Asian Chinese culture. In the Forbidden City, even a fairly small carving has its own meaning. The dominant color of the Forbidden City is yellow because in Asian China, yellow is the symbol of royalty. We can see from the pictures that the roof, the walls, and even the bricks on the ground were painted yellow. Since the Ming Dynasty and the early Qing Dynasty implemented an open policy, at that time, the Chinese government has a very open-minded about their minorities as well as other nations' culture. So the design of the Forbidden City not only contains Chinese elements, but it also contains and brought in some very different styles of architecture from other countries in the world. In conclusion, the Forbidden City is a great place for us to learn the Chinese history, to appreciate the design, and to feel the culture contained in it. We are lucky since the Forbidden City is open to the public now. We can really go into the Forbidden City. We can really go into the place where the emperors in ancient China had been living in. If you ever have a chance to go to China, to go to Beijing, you should never miss it, the Forbidden City.